on everyone, this is Vance and this is my weekly show where I talk about everything that has happened in the past week. And we begin today's show with entertainment news. And the only bit of entertainment news that I got, because it seemed like that was the biggest news ever this week, Beyonce is pregnant with twins. Beyonce announced her pregnancy via Twitter on February 1st. And when she announced the pregnancy, it was the most trending thing on Twitter, even more trending than Black History Month. And when she posted the picture on Instagram, it became the most liked picture on Instagram, beating out Selena Gomez holding a Coke bottle. I just gotta tell you, I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but I have friends who are Beyonce fans, and my director is a huge Beyonce fan. And one thing from, I guess, an outsider perspective I see is just how crazy everyone went with this. Like, Beyonce fans were saying that Beyonce friends and Beyonce was pregnant with twins, even though it's Beyonce that's pregnant, and the only other person that could be affected is Jay-Z and not really her fans. But I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap about that. But you know, this is the Beyonce effect. I feel like it's just whenever Beyonce says anything or is doing anything or just announces anything, it's going to be memed, it's going to be celebrated, and it's just going to be like a whole outrage of just everything. Like, it was so crazy this week. I just saw memes on Facebook, memes on Twitter, memes on Instagram, just hundreds and thousands of memes, and it was so insane. And now moving on to nerd news. And the only bit of nerd news that I got, Ben Affleck will not be directing DC's The Batman movie. Although he won't be directing the movie, he will still star and produce the movie. Sources say that the decision was made off of what is best for the project and not what is based off of Ben Affleck's most recent disappointing directing job, Live by Night. Ben Affleck and Warner Bros. Will now collaborate to look for a new director. And one of the names is Matt Reeves, the director of Planet of the Apes and War of Planet of the Apes. And although I would have loved to see a Ben Affleck Batman movie, I am glad that he's not directing it, because even though he was starring in it, he was also producing, he was also directing, and he was also co-writing it. So he was just doing a lot with this movie. And he also was quoted in saying that if the script is not good, he's not going to direct it. So this is just going to add to the DC dumpster fire that's already happening. And now moving on to sports news. And in the first bit of sports news, UFC President Dana White thinks that Ronda Rousey is probably done with the UFC. But during an interview with UFC Unfiltered, Dana White said that he has recently spoken to Ronda Rousey and he didn't get a sense that she wanted to fight again. Also in the interview, White said that he thinks that she is going to ride off into the sunset and have a life outside of fighting. And when Ronda Rousey does make her decision about her future in the UFC, and if the decision is that she wishes to no longer continue fighting in the UFC, it will be a very sad day in the UFC, because one, other than Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey is one of their highest draws. So they're going to have to find another person in the women's division to make that draw. And also, yeah, she did lose her first match back since the Holly Holm fight, but Ronda Rousey is still a good competitor. She just needs to learn boxing. I think that's what it needs, because I think she just needs to learn boxing, mainly. In the last bit of sports news, Forbes names Cristiano Ronaldo the highest paid athlete of 2016. The way Forbes made this list is by tallying prize money, bonuses, and salaries all together through June 1st, 2015 to June 1st, 2016. Cristiano Ronaldo tops the list of the highest paid athletes of 2016, making $88 million that year, while Leo Messi comes in second place with making $81 million that year. But that about wraps it up for today. But from everything that I talked about, from the first story to the last story, I want to know your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.